Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Nanterre for tonight's Group E fixture of the Basketball Champions League between our hosts Nanterre 92 and PAOK of Thessaloniki, Greece. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is game day 11 of the Basketball Champions League. 4 games to go here in the regular season. Both these two teams sitting deadlocked right next to each other here in Group B. PAOK currently hosting the 4th place, the final playoff spot here in Group B with 6 wins and 4 losses. While Nanterre with 5 wins and 5 losses, currently sitting at 500. So a win tonight for the home side. We'll see them deadlocked tied for 4th place with PAOK. Well, Berestar Tenerife came up short yesterday against a very, very impressive Nanterre Venezia. Telecom Baskets Bonn very surprisingly lost at home to Fribourg Olympic. Well, Pava BK lost at home as well to Anet Holon of Israel. The boys from Israel now sitting in 3rd place comfortably with 7 wins and 4 losses. Well, this home crowd, of course, it is a very anxious time for them. With only 4 games to go here in the Basketball Champions League, they know that a win tonight will tie their record there. You can see the traveling fans from Thessaloniki, PAOK Basketball Club, their fans being some of the most passionate here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, as we've already mentioned, Nanterre just sitting in 5th place, just below PAOK, but a win tonight will see them deadlocked in 4th. We'll go to points after that. Who will take up that 4th place? Well, this is a big game, to say the least. I mean, after this, Nanterre will be on the road as they go to Fribourg next week on Wednesday. They'll be taking on Fribourg Olympic, and after that, it only gets more tough for them. They'll be at home to Nanterre Venezia, and then the final game for them, they will be on the road in Israel against Anet Holon. Well, for PAOK, of course, I mean, their situation very, very different. I mean, they've got some very impressive players in the lineup. The likes of domestic players, Linos Chrysikopoulos, Theodoros Zaras, the sharpshooter, not to mention their American players like William Hatchett and Phil Goss, making the core of their lineup. But for Nanterre 92, it's been a very collective effort. They don't really have that one superstar player, that one game changer. Carlson is currently their top scorer, averaging 13.6 per game, while Sanglen is just chipping in 13.4. They're going to need a big effort for these boys tonight if they're going to come up victorious against a PAOK team who have surprised a few this season in the regular season. Well, if you look at the lineups, Vucevic averaging 11.8. Waters as well, he's averaging doubles. Again, he's got 10 points per game. And Konate also, he's a leading player in minutes. He's playing just about under 20 minutes a game. He's just averaging over 10 points per game for that matter. PAOK, it's a very similar situation, but again, if you look at stats, of course, Nanterre 92 do have some more prolific scorers in their lineup. Chrysikopoulos currently their joint top scorer with Phil Goss. Yannick Moreira also just averaging 12 points per game in this contest. The thing about PAOK is they really like to spread the floor, really like to create from within. They do a lot of pick and rolls on the play. There you can see, of course, big plays going to be done by their point guards. Well, Koniaris, who is a regular feature for the Greek national team in the FIBA World Cup qualies. There is Jonas Athiano, who had that impressive 3-pointer at the end of overtime against Great Britain in the first window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. And he also made the very big move over from their rivals, Aris Salonika. PAOK and Aris having a very heated rivalry, of course, in their domestic league. And 2 years ago, also in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Coach Ilias Papatheodorou, of course, this is a big, big time for him. Of course, a big, big season. Last club he was at, he was coaching at BC Astana in the Kazakh Professional Basketball Club. Nanterre wearing their famous green and whites, of course, as you can see for tonight's occasion. It is a big, big game for them. I mean, of course, they have to win tonight to give themselves just a chance, a little bit of breather going into their last 3 games of the regular season. And Trevor Demetrius, 6'7", one of their powerhouses on the wing. I mean, such a versatile player. Really likes to make things going towards the basket, but he can shoot it from the perimeter. Olaho Konate, also one of their top scorers, French national. It's going to be interesting to see. There you can see Dominic Walters, of course, one of their prolific top shooters in the team. But again, the question is, how will he come out tonight against a very aggressive PAOK defense? And the thing for Nanterre is they're going to have to really try and control the tempo, really get out on the break as much as possible. If they can control the boards, which won't be an easy task, it's a very powerful PAOK team. He can definitely give himself a chance. Jeremy Senglin played his university basketball at Webster State. Again, last season was with MHP Rees in Loversburg. We've had a lot of experience here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Coach Pascal Donadieu, who has been coaching Nanterre 92 since 1987, is also the French national team assistant coach. So he's one of the longest standing coaches here in professional basketball within the continent of Europe, worldwide for that matter. Not many coaches have held their own for that long. And ladies and gentlemen, we will just get set to introduce our officials tonight for the occasion. Again, we are very proud to say that we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions and will continue to do so here tonight. Manuel Mazzoni, Tanel Suslov, and Valerio Grigioni, coming from Italy and Estonia. All the officials have been nothing less than fantastic here. Again, that's one thing we're so proud to say that we have here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what starting lineup PAOK go with tonight. I mean, they got such a versatile lineup and so many players they can go to. There you can see Phil Goss, one of their top scorers, one of their more influential players. No doubt we'll see Coney Yaris playing the point guard role tonight. Well, Chrissy Kopolis, Yannick Moreira, they don't usually start together, but that could change tonight. There you can see we've got Jamal Jones. He'll be partnered alongside Margaritas, Chrissy Kopolis, William Hatcher, and Tonis. Coney Yaris will make the starting lineup in the backcourt, while Yannick Moreira will come off the bench again this time. And again, it just shows the depth they've got. And some will argue that, of course, in the case of Coach Ilias Papatheodorou, again, his last coaching job before this was in Kazakhstan when he was with BC Astana. Maybe it's a good season for him to really push for a playoff spot, and who knows, just when you get into those final rounds of the playoffs, you can just start to dream a little bit. They would have taken that, of course, for Ike's spectacular season last year as they were champions. In the case for Nanterre 92, so many scorers in the lineup. There you can see Waters, one of their more prolific shooters, but they're going to go with Konate in the small forward. Hugo Invernizzi, who will also partner with him. Demetrius Treadmill, and not to mention he will play the big man. It's a small lineup. Dominic Waters and Jeremy Senglin as well, the 2 Americans making it to the backcourt. That could be one area where there'll be a little bit of weakness against PAOK. The size could play against them, but they're really going to have to do their best to make sure they dominate the rebounds, get any box outs they can. As we said, one of the longest standing coaches here in European basketball, Pascal Donadieu. He's been in this job since 1987, a very, very long time. And a brief career as a player, but had to end his career very early due to injuries to his knees. But again, what a respectful coaching career this man's had. Well, again, it's all going to be about tempo for these two teams. I mean, just how well can they dominate? How well can they get up and down the court for PAOK? It's really about a win tonight, cement a playoff position, put themselves 2 wins ahead. While Nanterre 92 really must get a victory. Tie them up with PAOK, get a 4th place if they can. Remember, there are 3 games left in the Basketball Champions League for these two teams. Again, you can only imagine the pressures that come with a job when you're coaching a team like PAOK. I mean, so much history, so much expectations. And again, look at the teams around you that you got in the domestic league in Greece. You got the likes of Aris, you got the likes of Ike. Big teams you must compete with week in, week out. And when you go on the road, especially here in the Basketball Champions League, you act as an ambassador for your nation, for its basketball pride. Greece, one of the proudest countries in the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight in Palais de Sport Maurice Thoré. It is game day 11 of the Basketball Champions League Group B fixture between our hosts, Nanterre 92, and the visitors, PAOK. Do not go anywhere, as we are set for tip. There you can see the traveling fans from Thessaloniki. They will be in fine voice tonight. They will be heard. And that's what it's all about for basketball in Greece. Can the home crowd match that intensity? Well, Christopoulos and Koniaris gave regular features for the Greek national team in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Right now, one job, win tonight, put themselves 2 wins ahead of Nanterre, and really can start to relax. Again, there's 3 games left. Anything could happen. It's been a very unpredictable season here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Nanterre get the first possession of the game, and we're underway now as Waters will bring the ball up. Guarded by Koniaris. And they come off a screen now, takes it down the middle. Well, dish it off, takes it down the middle, takes it in the lane, airballs it completely. They come up with a... I think what the official has stopped play for is that the ball was in possession of Christopoulos, so it will be a fresh 24 seconds. Just have to shave off a little few seconds. Lost in regulation.
Starting lineup for Nanterre 92, Dominic Waters,
Waters gets it in now. They're going to go pick and roll on the ball. Well, gets it off to him, takes it in the lane. Doesn't attack the basket, but this time Seguin kicks it out. Down the middle, strong move, fades away, tough shot, doesn't get it. And Hatcher secures a rebound, gives it up to Koniaris in transition. And Christopoulos calling for the ball. He's not getting it from Koniaris, but we've got a Hatcher in the corner. Christopoulos now catches it 15 feet from the basket, tries to back down. Double team's coming, kicks it out. Well, down low, good ball movement off the backboard, can't finish. It was a nice build-up play, but they just couldn't finish there under the basket. Well, takes a 3 in transition. 3 is up, it's way off. Koniaris now heavily guarded. Waters on the ball. Waters comes off one screen, pulls up from 15 feet, gets the jump shot up right off the screen. Well, that's a good shot for him, and PAOK have to do a better job of guarding the pick and roll. Well, down the lane, Christopoulos catches it off the curl, and he gives it a finger roll and a kiss off the glass. Oh, smart move there from the big man. Completely fooled the defense. When you think about the expectations these two teams have here in their domestic leagues, but again, both these teams would have been hoping to probably would have done better here in the regular season. And again, last 3 games, you're both fighting for a 4th place finish. The PAOK sitting more comfortably out of the 2. Down in the lane, offensive foul has been called on Treadwell. Well, Treadwell just gave a bit of a push-off to Koniaris. Koniaris did take the full brunt of the knock, but, well, physical play, but Koniaris has done the smart option there. First personal foul for Treadwell here in the first quarter. Well, now Nanterre just putting a bit of full court man-to-man pressure here, and that's a good sign here, because you think when you put a bit of pressure on the ball handlers, force them into a bad turnover. Sometimes teams, they set back on defense. Well, completely fakes it, tries to go baseline, kicks out. Koniaris wide open for 3, can't get it. It's good ball movement from PAOK, but again, it just can't finish it off. Waters goes pick and roll now with Treadwell, takes it in the lane, dish it off. Well, under the basket, nobody good to contest him, and it's an easy layup for Lahu Kanate. Nanterre getting some good looks in the paint, but right now, PAOK just not aggressive enough on defense, allowing Nanterre to get inside the key. And again, you talk about pride, you talk about defending your 4th place here in Group B, but Koniaris now comes off a screen. He's looking for options, but right now, no one to pass to. Down to Christopoulos. Christopoulos spins, goes baseline, tries a floater, completely misses it. Treadwell with a rebound, and now Nanterre can break. Transition, goes all the way, off the backboard, finishes it in transition. What a beautiful fast break play there from Nanterre. Home side now looking very confident now, getting out on the flanks, making good decisions on defense. Every time PAOK are in a good spot, you see Nanterre defenders ready, help side. Koniaris fades away, out of bounds. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And the foul is on Senglin. Well, Senglin just got beat off the dribble by Koniaris. Well, again, you think about the season it's going to be now for Koniaris. Of course, he's had to feature regularly for the Greek national team in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, but missed the first free throw. You're going to play it with the expectations and the reputation that he has. I mean, he's definitely a fan favorite with these PAOK fans. So he makes a second free throw. Waters now gives it up to Senglin. Now Senglin, time and space. Has to kick it out with Treadwell. Gets a handoff. Well, they turn it over. Nope. Again, it's a bit better from PAOK now. Just getting the hands in the passing lanes. Not giving Nanterre any easy chances. Pulls up for a tough 3. Gets fouled. Well, again, Koniaris running at him like he's going to make the three-pointer, but situation like that, you just got to get your hand up, close him out. But now he's going to go to the free throw line for 3 free shots. Well, coach won't be too pleased with that defensive play. Dominic Waters, I mean, it's been a great experience for him this season in the Basketball Champions League. I mean, he's played for quite a few big-name clubs here in Europe. Last season, he was with Pinar Kashiaka. Also played for Aris Thessaloniki back in the 2015-16 season. But again, what a journeyman he's been. He started his professional career back in 2010. Also featured for Unet Hulam back in 2013 as he makes a 3rd free throw. Again, defense so aggressive, but Jones is going to go all the way to the basket. Jones hangs in the air, just gets it off the glass. Strong, aggressive move by Phil Jones. Well, correction, that was Jamal Jones, actually. Sorry, Phil Goss, with the mix-up of names there. Well, now Nanterre going with a bit of dribble handoff. Waters comes off one screen, looking for Treble, gets it in the corner. The 3 is up. The 3 is tucked away. Well, Nanterre now using dribble handoff and getting some open looks there. And an early 3-pointer by Lahu Konate. Koniaris comes off one screen while he's looking in the corner. The 3 is up. The 3 is no good. Konate with a rebound, and now he can push in transition. Senglin, time and space on the ball. He pulls up for a 3. It's up, and it's nothing but net. Well, all of a sudden, Nanterre just starting to believe in themselves. What a 3-pointer. Moves it up to a 10-point lead. And PAOK have to call timeout. And right now, we've seen this quite a lot from PAOK, coming out in a lot of games and just a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish, and they're paying the price for it at the moment. I mean, PAOK, only 2 weeks ago, came up with a very disappointing loss on the road against Telecom Baskets Bonn, but they made up for it last week, where they took care of home court. They beat a very impressive Unet Hulam, but already Nanterre 92, 2 for 3 from the perimeter. We look at the rebounds as well so far. Nanterre have 6 rebounds to PAOK's 1. Again, right now it's about just playing with a bit of heart, a bit of desire. I mean, it's just too much time and space. Yeah, it's a mix-up. I mean, Chrissy Kopoulos is only guarding him because of the switch, but you can't give him any time or space. You know he's going to shoot the ball. With a player of that caliber, you have to get up on him. Well, Phil Goss now is checked into the game for PAOK. And again, PAOK, a lot of players they can go to in their lineup, but at the moment they just need these players to click at certain times. And PAOK, it's not a question of can they, it's just when they They got to do it on a consistent basis, week in, week out. This team should be winning more games than they are. Tepic now on the ball. He's going to go pick and roll Margaritas. Jamal Jones now pulls up for a three. Jones can't get it. Senglin with a rebound, and he's off on the races. Well, Senglin kicks out to Konate. And Waters now will just slow it down, get him into a half-court offense. Uses the screen, gets it back to Treble in the lane, gets rejected. Well, he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. It was a good play, but well, it's an excellent call. Actually, you can clearly see there was contact. The foul was on Margaritas. Well, he makes the first free throw. Demetrius Treadwell, again, originally from Cleveland, Ohio, played his university basketball at Akron. Started his career in South America, then moved over to Israel. He's been for the last few seasons. He makes it 2 for 2. An undersized center, stands at only 6'7", but again, PAOK with their small lineup, they are actually dominating the rebounds at the moment. Well, they try the lob. The lob is caught in the air, and what a play. Jamal Jones just caught it at an awkward ankle. And again, he lays it up off the glass. And now Koniaris just making it difficult for Senglin, not allowing him to catch the ball, but another foul on the ground. This time, it's on Phil Goss. Well, look at this for an alley-oop. Throws it up, and Jones catches it completely going out of bounds. And just look at the athleticism there. Does such a good job. Hesitates, pulls up from 15 feet. The jump shot's up, and it's nothing but net. And again, it's all about ice water right now, because Waters just sinks it. Well, he now moves up to 7 points, top scorer in the game so far. He's 100% from the field. Tepic looks for Jones. Jones tries to go back door, but they're going to go pick and roll Koniaris. Koniaris hesitates. Baseline kicks it. Jones. Jones tries another three. Looks a little short. Doesn't get it. Margaritas, offensive rebound, straight back up with it. And Treble, there's a size mismatch. There's where PAOK could get themselves back in the game. Remember, Demetrius Treble, only 6'7". Margaritas, probably 6'9", 6'10". Senglin looks for Treble, gets to the big man in the middle. Well, they turn it over. We got a bit of showtime. Tepic easily lays it up. It's a bit better from PAOK now. Again, getting themselves in the hands in the passing lanes, make it a bit difficult for Nanterre. Treble goes pick and roll with Waters. Waters now kicks out. Konate comes up one screen, crosses over. Oh, he's undersized, but gets it in around. What a play. Well, completely shoots it off the backboard. Phil Goss comes up with a loose ball, and now a push in transition in the corner. Tepic tries a three, sinks it, nothing but net, and he cuts it down to a 5-point deficit. Well, PAOK just needed that little spark from the perimeter. Just a three-point shooter could spread the defense, and he did it in transition. Waters gives up to Senglin. Senglin tries to curl a screen from Treble. Comes off another pick. Senglin all the way, makes contact, strong move, doesn't get it. Koniaris secures a rebound, throws it away to Konate. Well, thought about the three, takes it in the lane, kicks out. Senglin wide open, he's made one, can't get this one, can't secure a rebound. Well, again, Nanterre completely out-rebounded PAOK at the moment. Give him go with Konate. Konate, contact in the air, doesn't get the and one. He's gonna go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. PAOK completely demolished themselves. Turnover, don't take care of the rebounds. And now we'll go to the free throw line. And look at this for a three-pointer. Takes one dribble. That's how much time he had. Nothing but net. Well, Margaritas just trying to negotiate with the official to say what's going on down in the low block. Right now, he's just going to calm down, play basketball. Just take a bit of a breather. Well, Nanterre right now, again, we talked about the size, where they were probably undersized against a team like PAOK, but they've come out here and going for every opportunity they can as Konate makes the first free throw. 2 for 2 from the stripe. He just goes to the bench, takes a little bit of a breather. Coming into the game is Hakur Paulsen, the Icelandic international. Again, another one of their top scorers. It looks like there's a foul off the ball, number 11, Waters. Well, again, Waters having to guard Phil Goss, and you got to play like Phil Goss. The movement off the ball could be a lot to handle, so he's got to make sure he doesn't overcommit himself when trying to deny the pass. Tepic gives it to Goss now. Goss comes off the screen. Goss down low, gets it to him. Big man goes up. Well, the foul was on the ground, so it's not an and one. It was a beautiful build-up. I mean, Darius Garrett had time, space, caught it. Again, sometimes you do see those and ones given. I mean, what a pass from Goss. Gets it to him. Well, I've got to agree with the official. Excellent call. The foul clearly on the ground way before the shot took place. Yuskavicius now checks into the game. Again, another perimeter threat that Nanterre have from the perimeter. Goss splits the screen now, takes in the lane. Dish it, goes baseline, goes up with it. Well, what a strong move. Well, Garrett just caught it. And again, you were hoping he was going to throw it down, but just goes with the easy layup off the backboard. And another offensive foul's been called on Waters. Again, that's 2 fouls he's picked up in succession there, but again, just used his elbow. Again, that's a big, big hit now for Nanterre because he's got to go to the bench, but 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Goss now takes it in with his left hand. Goss goes all the way, kicks out, tough pass to get a 3 in the corner. Tepic pulls up from 15, takes a jump shot, doesn't get it. Garrett goes in, tips it back in. Well, that's why you're going for second opportunities. Darius Garrett now picking up 4 points back to back. Yuskavicius now takes it in the lane, kicks out to Paulsen. Paulsen now, he'll kick it out. Pick and roll on the ball, pulls back for 3. The 3 is up, it's no good. Athianu secures a rebound. Now Athianu playing the 2-guard role with Phil Goss now playing point guard. Well, pick and roll play with Garrett. Garrett kicks in the corner. Athianu wide open for 3, and he makes the 3-pointer, and he ties it up at 21 apiece. Well, a player who's struggled with confidence this year in his jump shot. We've seen that a lot, but what a 3-pointer from the make here in the early stages. Paulsen now makes a contact underneath the basket, gives it to Senglin. Senglin pulls up from 15, jump shot. And again, have you ever seen a jump shot more beautiful? It's nothing but net. Garrett's going to go pick and roll now with Phil Goss. Goss splits it again. Goss in the lane. Dish it up. What a, whoa! My Lord! Blocks it! But they come up with a loose ball. And again, Darius Garrett there to clean up. What a block. I mean, unbelievable play. Really completely pinned him off the backboard. I mean, that was Jean-Marc Pansa. 3 seconds difference now between the game clock and the shot clock. Senglin's going to run this down. Go isolate against Phil Goss. Senglin on the ball. Crosses over. Time, space. Another one. Kicks it. Paulsen makes contact. And again, what a play, but PAOK will be killing themselves. As the foul is on number 1, Jamal Jones. Well, very smart play there by the Icelandic international. 1 on the shot clock. Pump faked. Got him up in the air. Just made the slight contact. Now, question was, is it a 2 or a 3? That's what the officials are just going to go back and look at.
Or 3-point shot or 2-point shot.
Well, clearly a 2-pointer. Steps over the 3-point line, so it should only be 2 free throw shots.
2-point shot.
Well, the benefit of having replay technology here is it would have been very tough to call, but they've made the right decision. So Hakur Paulsen will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, he makes the first free throw. Well, originally from the capital Reykjavik. Stands at 6'6". I mean, another player who's had a very prolific career himself. Started back in 2007. Well, fades away with a few seconds, and he gets it. What a shot by Phil Goss right at the end of the first quarter. Well, how do you stop it? Simply goes all the way, catches it. He's got Ponce right in his face, takes it, nothing but net. I mean, that is Michael Jordan time right there. Fade away, out of bounds, nothing but net. And this game is all tied at 25 apiece, and both these two teams really going at it. Nanterre started the brighter of the two, but PAOK just coming back into it, hitting a few perimeter shots. Well, PAOK 3 for 7 from the perimeter, while Nanterre 2 for 5, but PAOK are shooting better within the rainbow, 8 for 12, while Nanterre only 5 for 9. But again, that's just down to the size difference. But Nanterre already made 9 free throws. They're 9 for 9 from the stripe. That could be a big stat that goes a long way in this game. If you go back to the last time these two teams played on the 30th of October, it was PAOK who came out victorious with a 1-point lead, 83 to 82. But you know, Nanterre are surprising a lot of people in the Basketball Champions League. They set a record last week where they beat Telecom Baskets Bonn 103 to 56. That is a record here in the BCL. Well, Phil Goss just dropped the ball, but now pulls up. Well, he's made one crucial shot, can't get that one. Vathinu comes up with a loose ball. Well, this looks like a more comfortable position for Vathinu as he's playing off guard right now. Usually plays point guard for the national team and Loftus Club, but Jamal Jones now a few times. They got to shoot it. Tepic, well, he's got to shoot the ball. Tepic puts up a wild one, doesn't get it. That's the thing with Tepic. He's got such a good jump shot, but it just takes a little too long to get it off, and really would have been better if he just pulled the trigger from the corner. Yuskavicius now catch and shoot from the perimeter way off, but they get an offensive rebound. Sanglin now 6 on the shot clock. Takes in the lane. Sanglin all the way, strong layup. Well, went all the way to the basket, and he went all the way over Garrett. And again, this man is just playing some excellent basketball at the moment. He now moves up to 7 points. It's a handoff with Jones. Jones goes dribble handoff now with Tepic. Vathinu 6 on the shot clock. Takes in the lane. Has to kick it out. They got to shoot it. Tepic has got to get a shot off. Another wild shot way off the backboard. And Sanglin secures a rebound. Sanglin off one screen. Back to Ponce now. Ponce gets in the low block. Nowhere to go. Bangs around. Kicks out. Almost turns it over while Jamal Jones wasn't aware where the ball was. Paulson falls over. Yuskavicius, wide open shot. Doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound, but a goaltending's been called. Well, it's a very interesting set of play there. I mean, PAOK with a few opportunities, come up with a loose ball, but just couldn't come up with it. Well, Paulson falls over there. Yuskavicius takes a shot, misses it. Look at this for a rebound. Sanglin again, just elevating so high. And there's the steal that Jamal Jones should have come up with, but again, Jamal Jones doesn't trip him over, and you can see he just holds his position off that. But well, Lahu Kanote now thought he came up with a loose ball there, but turnover didn't go in his favor. Now Phil Goss now retains his point guard position as he just draws the foul on Yuskavicius. So Traveling fans there again. Just unbelievable support that they give week in, week out to PAOK. I mean, they go everywhere they go, of course. Gus now backs down, guarded by Palsen, kicks out to Zaris. Now Zaris, another player, if he gets hit in, can make a lot of shots. Jones takes it down the middle. Jones makes contact, fades away, doesn't get it. Garrett tries to throw it back, doesn't connect with it. Sanglin, well, question, was it an unsportsmanlike foul? The officials just going to go with a regular personal foul there on Zaris. Well, that's questionable. I mean, sometimes you see those given. Zaris hasn't really made any attempt to play the ball. He has grabbed him, but Garrett, again, if you look behind him, it was Konate that just did enough to stop Garrett from throwing it back. I think Zaris is a very lucky man there not to get called for an unsportsmanlike foul. Chrissy Coppolas checks back in for PAOK. Konate now on the ball, gives it up. Senglin now takes it in the lane, pulls up from 15 feet, can't get a little bit short. Athianu can't secure the loose ball. We get to Konate in the corner, he's made 1-3, doesn't pull the trigger. Palsen pulls up for 3, takes it, and now he's fouled again, shooting the ball. Second time. This time it's a three-pointer. He fouls on Athianu. It comes off the dribble, but Garrett's going to come out and stop him. It's just a slight, well, the foul's on Zaris, sorry, it's not on Athianu, but so Zaris has now picked up 2 personal fouls in the space of 20 seconds. Yeah, Icelandic international makes the first free throw. Again, he played in France last year for a different team, and this has been a good season for him at Nanterre, but a brief spell in Spain as well, with a few prolific clubs, but played his college basketball with the University of Maryland only for a season back in 2010-11. He makes all 3 free throws. Athianu now gets a handoff with Phil Goss. Back to Athianu. Down low to Garrett. Garrett now is going to back down the low block, use the size and the strength, makes the contact, throws up a wild one off the backboard, doesn't get it. And the difference right now with PAOK and Nanterre, PAOK just not going for any offensive rebounds. Sunglin comes off the screen, kicks it to Palsen. Uses another screen, looks for him, tries a lob, can't get it. Garrett gives it up. Chrissy Coppolas transition. Chrissy Coppolas, well, no foul called, but they call a charge. Well, Chrissy Coppolas, the reason they caught it is he tries to hold off Palsen. Looking at transit, there's the arm. Excellent call by the officials. Great defensive work there by Hakor Palsen. Stands his ground. Chrissy Coppolas goes in with his left arm. Chrissy Coppolas probably would have been better off had he attempted a Euro step. Just try to make that contact, but try to go in with the easy way. Use his left arm, and in the end gets called for an offensive foul. Oh, great defense. Well, there you can see Jonas Athianu. That's a big difference in the game. Full court pressure on Sunglin. Doesn't let him get an easy pass. And Nanterre turn it over. It's just plays like that. And just give you a little bit more fight, a bit more spirit. We're getting inbound to Zaris now. Zaris gives up to Phil Gus. And Gus tries to throw it down low, but in the end, deflection. 6 on the shot clock now. Athianu's got to get something going to the basket. Athianu with a jump hook off the backboard, and he gets it to drop. A strong move by the Greek guard. Konate now gives it up to Senglin. Senglin throws it down low to Palsen. Palsen backs down against Zaris. Spins, goes baseline, gets rejected. Well, Garrett got up and said, "Not in my house." Well, it's great when you got a big man like Garrett there in the low block, just in help side. Palsen thinks he's got it. No, sir. This is my house. Well, takes a deep, deep 3. The 3 is up. Almost got it, but Phil Gus secures a rebound. Gus time and space. Was looking for Garrett. Doesn't get it to him. Athianu wants to go ball screen with Garrett. well, throws the wild pass to Chrissy Coppolis spins around, fades away from 10 feet. Chrissy Coppolis, clutch city. Took it in the lane, span around, and he just nails it. Three-point lead now to Nanterre. Nanterre so far controlling the tempo of this game, but just pegging back at him. Senglin comes off a screen, takes it down the lane, goes all the way, kicks out. Powson, good ball movement. Senglin goes around, kicks out. Powson, three in the corner, can't get it. Offensive rebound, and again, that's what he's there for. He might be undersized, he might be 6'7", but Demetrius Treadwell is just too aggressive. Again, when you're undersized, the aggression, the heart can just make up for his. Phil Goss coming off the screen. Zaris goes baseline, up to Garrett. Garrett lays it up, and one. And the big man's going to go to the free throw line to make it a three-point play. Well, Darius Garrett now just being a bit of a difference right now for PAOK, giving him that inside presence that he didn't have in the early stages. Well, Darius Garrett, originally from Raleigh, North Carolina, played his university basketball at the University of Richmond. Started his professional career with Fribourg Olympic, for that matter, as he makes it a three-point play. And again, they're loving him right now in Thessaloniki. Well, Garrett now moves to 9 points. Top scorer so far for PAOK. After now, Chrissy Coppolis with 5 and 4, but again, early stages, the team need to get more perimeter shooters going in. Powson down low, gives it to Treadwell. Treadwell cross court in the corner, good ball movement. Sanglin's got to pull it, gets him up in the air. Traveling violation. Well, again, it's a case of just one too many passes situation. They got some good ball reversals, but got to get a shot off. But we got a timeout right now. Let's have a look at this one. Well, it's the right call, of course, and I guess the situation the officials trying to make is it was just probably one too many steps that led to the travel.
Vous allez vous mettre à défendre. Là, c'est haut. À chaque fois, il y a un joueur. On attaque. Quand on a des retours de passe, c'est qu'on est ouvert. Faut shooter. Arrêtez de dribbler. Don't stop the dribble. Shooting.
Well, Nanterre 92 do have 6 turnovers, while PAOK only have 2. But again, these two teams 7 and 6 on assists. They are moving the ball very well, but PAOK probably just making the more of their inside presence right now, with the likes of Darius Garrett. And there's Chrissy Coppolis. He has 4 points as well. Well, when you talk about going to the free throw line, PAOK are making a big difference. I mean, sorry, Nanterre 12 for 12 from the free throw line. PAOK only getting to the free throw line with 2 attempts tonight, and 2 for 3. Chrissy Coppolis now gets a handoff with Zaris. Athenu comes off one screen. Zaris 6 on the shot clock. Got to get something going. Pick with Garrett. Well, they turn it over again. Poor play there from PAOK. Well, Chrissy Coppolis almost comes up with a steal. In the lane, gives up, makes the contact, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound. Tries to go up with it, but doesn't get the layup. Well, Garrett's trying to ask the official. If it's not a foul, how's it their ball baseline? Well, 12 on the shot clock now. They got to get something going here. Sangan gives up to Konate. Konate down low. Spins around, fades away off the backboard. Well, it looked a lot more difficult than it was, but he just does so well there to kiss it off the glass. Well, Demetrius Treadwell now moves up to 6 points with that field goal. Phil Goss catch and shoot from the perimeter, takes the 3, and he sinks it from downtown. He cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Again, does so well to come off the screen, get his feet set, but against his first 3-point field goal of the game. Senglin crosses over, pulls up from 18 feet. This guy is unstoppable. Comes off a screen, crosses back over, and he sinks it. Well, Senglin now moves up to 9 points, 3 for 5 from within the rainbow. Anthony, well, another turnover from PAOK, and now Nanterre, well, Treadwell spins out in transition. That's it, pulls up, another 3, doesn't get it. Powson secures a rebound. Well, again, he's wide open, doesn't take it. Konate takes it in with his right, and the foul there is drawn. Now, if that's on Zaris, that's his third, it's on Christopoulos, sorry. It's definitely a foul. Christopoulos should have no arguments. There, he's guarding Konate, but Konate's going to beat him off the dribble every time. As soon as he puts his hands down, oh, it was on Zaris, sorry. So that's his third personal foul here in the first half. We'll be sure to see a change, and he will go to the bench now. Well, Nanterre so far have 8 offensive rebounds, while PAOK only have 4, but again, they're just going for any opportunity they can at the moment. Down low, Treadwell on the basket, gets fouled. And he's going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, Treadwell just enjoying a bit of possession here in the low block. You can see that he was going to dunk the ball, but he had Darius Garrett right behind him. Well, before he arrived here at Nanterre, he spent the last 3 seasons in Israel, where he just made a name for himself. And before that, his first season, played in Argentina for Club Estudiantes Concordia. What a journey he's had here in professional basketball. So he makes a 2 for 2 from the stripe. Koniaris now checks back into the game for PAOK, but because of the Christopoulos now. Christopoulos backs down. They got the help side ready. Well, here comes a double team. Kicking in the corner. Hatcher steps back, takes a 3, and William Hatcher, cool as you like, just off the bench, sinks a triple. And PAOK now just hitting a few more 3-point field goals here in the first half. Senglin now on his right hand, gives it out to Treadwell. Get the handoff. Back to Treadwell. Treadwell, good ball movement. Well, they get the wide open shot. The 3 is up, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Well, Hugo Invernizzi just sinks the triple. Again, what team basketball there from Nanterre. Penetration, kick out, ball reversal, wide open shot. Koniaris gives up to Garrett. Garrett pulls up from 18 feet, up top of the key, can't get it. Konate with a rebound. Well, they almost turn it over. Christopoulos can't come up with a steal, but it will be sideline ball to PAOK. They almost come up with a steal there, but they're just able to keep the ball in bound. And another foul, or traveling violations be called, sorry. Well, Darius Garrett just does enough there to put Treadwell under pressure. And Nanterre turned the ball over. Well, again, just that bit of defensive pressure, forcing Treadwell to dribble the ball. And it's the right call, but the argument I would have is if you're going to call that, you're probably going to have to call 100 more travels here in the game. Again to Koniaris now. Koniaris in the double team, gets a handoff. Well, just dribbles it one too many times, and again, turn it over. PAOK, a complete mess right now. Can't take care of it. Konate in transition. And just slow it down here. Senglin gives it to Treadwell. They get the ball in the corner. Another foul call, it's on Chrissy couple, oh, steps out of bounds, sorry. Just stepped out there with his back step, so Chrissy Couple is very fortunate not to pick up another foul. Koniaris just deals with the pressure. Hatcher, one thing on his mind, attacks the basket, puts him a floater, doesn't get it. Again, Garrett just standing there, not going for another rebound. And again, we talked about this from PAOK. Some stage in the game, you got to go for a lot of opportunities, and that's just not one way to not go for it. Senglin now just going to run the clock down. 7 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Well, double team comes over. Konate throwing the shot clock, takes it in, got it by Hatcher. Makes the bump, fades away in the lane, doesn't get it. Koniaris now, a few seconds, gives up to Hatcher. Hatcher pulls up for three. Oh, baby! Sinks the triple right at the end of the first half. William Hatcher, cash money. And at the end of the first half, it is Nanterre 43, PAOK 41. Well, that's one way to beat the fast break. And again, you thought it was going to be a bad pass there for Koniaris, but William Hatcher just does enough to keep it alive, just does enough here. One dribble, pulls up, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. You gotta love it. William Hatcher, simply cash money. Well, the ball is out of his hand as the red light goes off, so it should count. Here's another replay of it. Clearly out of his hand, so three-pointer will stand. Again, you got to think about the stats in this game. What's really going in favor of these two teams? PAOK, one thing keeping them in the game is that they're shooting quite well from the perimeter. I mean, they are 12 for 23 from within the rainbow, but Nanterre just catching up. They're 56%. Nanterre 14 for 14 from the free throw line. And again, the stat that really is probably surprising a lot. Nanterre dominant in the rebounds, 19 to 10. PAOK much bigger than Nanterre, but it's all about the second up chances going in for offensive rebounds. And Nanterre with eight turnovers too many right now at this level. Well, Senglin leading all scorers along with Garrett, 9 each. Konate with 6 rebounds. Goss and Waters with 3 assists. And that is as it stands here at the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back in 14 minutes.
Applaudissements pour le joueur. La boutique officielle de Nanterre 92 vous ouvre ses portes dans chaque hall d'entrée. Vous pourrez retrouver la toute nouvelle gamme de produits Nike. Pour obéir Nanterre 92 à des tarifs de toute concurrence. Nike, l'équipementier de Nanterre 92. Rendez-vous en boutique. Nanterre 92 est partenaire sportif de cœur de l'association Rêve qui réalise les jeux les plus fous d'enfants vraiment malades, la permettant de s'évader du quotidien. Rejoignez l'aventure sur www.rêveaupluriel.fr. Respect, courage, solidarité avec le conseil départemental des Hauts-de-Seine, partenaire de Nanterre 92, tous derrière et vers l'avant. Vous souhaitez rejoindre l'équipe du bénévole du club? Rendez-vous sur le site internet de Nanterre 92 à l'onglet club du contact. Suivez votre équipe sur le nouveau site officiel www.nanterre92.com et n'oubliez pas de nous suivre également sur les pages Facebook et Twitter ainsi que sur le compte Instagram, actus, photos, stats, infos, contenu, etc. Utile.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of this Game Day 11 fixture, Group B, between our hosts, Nanterre 92 and PAOK of Thessaloniki. Well, William Hatcher finished the second half in fine fashion as he hit the final three of the first half with only seconds left, and he cut it down to a 2-point ball game. Well, Demetrius Treadwell there, you can see only 6'7", playing the center role, completely outsized by this PAOK defenders in the low block, and he's given them more than they're bargained for tonight.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous avions perdu le match aller. 4 petits points. Nous menons aujourd'hui de 2 points. Si à l'issue du match, nous avons encore 2 points d'avance, nous rattrapons le PAOK et à la même place, nous passons devant au point d'avérage. À la fin de ce match, Paterson 41, 41, Nanterre 92, 43, Nanterre 92, 43.
Well, again, it's going to be a big, big second half for these two teams. Nanterre 92 have to win the game to tie the record with PAOK and to have any chance in these last 3 games of securing a 4th place finish, which would see one of these two teams make the playoff spots here in Group B. Well, Group B turned out to be quite a contest last night as Nanterre Venezia surprised a lot by defeating Iberostar Tenerife. Hulon sitting in 3rd place with 7 wins and 4 losses.
On y va tous ensemble. Début du 13e quart-temps.
Well, Nanterre will begin the first possession here in the second half. Senglin will inbound it, guarded by Jamal Jones. Well, Konate now just gives it up to Waters. Waters now taking time and space, almost gets caught in the jump ball, but Jamal Jones just pulls his hands out, doesn't want to get called for another foul. Waters comes off the screen now, takes in the lane, kicks out of Senglin, 4 on the shot. Konate's got to shoot it, puts up the three, no good. And Phil Goss secures the rebounds. Well, they got Goss, Jones, and Hatcher in the starting lineup. Get the ball in the corner. Jones goes baseline. Jones turns it over. Treadwell looks like he's taking a bit of a hard knock. Waters goes all the way, makes contact, puts up the layup, doesn't get it. Treadwell tries to follow up, and now Goss transition. Goss goes all the way, hangs in the air, completely misses. No foul called. Konate comes up with a rebound. Now he pulls up 3 in transition from Waters. Waters in and out, doesn't get it. And Jones will just slow it down. Hatcher now looking for options. No roll to the basket. 4 on the shot clock. Goss has got to get going. Goss loses dribbles. Got to put it up. It's going to be 24-second violation. Well, a little passage of play here from both teams. Neither team able to get a shot off here in the first minute, 25 seconds. Waters comes off the screen now, gives it. They go down low to Treadmill. Backs down, fades away, gets rejected. Well, Garrett just denies him here in the low block. He gets his second block of the game. Hatcher goes down the middle. Hatcher goes all the way, ties the game up with the layup. Just lays it up off the glass. Strong move by William Hatcher. Senglin now steps back, shoots it from 15 feet, in and out, can't get it. Treble with a rebound, back to Senglin. Senglin all the way, strong move. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Takes a hard knock to the ground. Well, the foul was on Garrett. Again, look at this, aggressive all the way, hangs in the air. And again, it's just the elevation, beats Garrett to the spot. How he draws the foul. Well, Jeremy Senglin, originally from Kansas City, Missouri, played his basketball at Weber State University. Last year was with MHP Rees in Lewisburg. Can't get the rebound. Tepic secures. Well, 1-point lead now to Nanterre. And Nanterre again. A win tonight. We'll see the backdoor play. Jamal Jones with an easy dunk. Well, what a pass from Garrett. And again, it was just a backdoor play from JJ. Just got an easy 2 there as he puts PAOK up by 1. Senglin now looks for options, has to give it up. Waters well gives it to Treble. Treble in the lane. Can he finish it? Can't get it. Well, it's denied by Garrett, but they secure it. 3 from Senglin. It's up and away, and he sinks the triple from downtown. Now don't secure a rebound. Senglin now just finding his feet here in the 3rd quarter. Senglin moves up to 10 points with that 3-pointers. Hatcher just draws a foul on him. Again, just a slight bit of contact. Hatcher now, 7 on the shot clock, gets going, looks for him in the lane, foul drawn, and again, Garrett, was he shooting the ball? The question, Konate raised his hand just to acknowledge the foul was on him. Well, by the reaction from Konate, clearly the officials have called for a shooting foul, but Christy Kopolis checks back into the game for Jamal Jones. Well, Garrett gets the first free throw, and again, Garrett's been probably their best player so far. Man from Raleigh, North Carolina, played his university basketball at the University of Richmond. Started his professional career with Fribourg Olympic. Has played in South America as well as Lebanon. So he's had quite the journey as a professional player. Can't get the second one. Lane violation, sorry, on the free throw. Well, now this is a big chance now for Nanterre. They can just build on this lead going into the second half of the 3rd quarter. Just give them a little bit of space to remember. Win tonight, we'll see them tie records with PAOK here. Both these 2 teams fighting for a 4th place finish here in Group B. Well, you got the switch here. Tepic is guarding Senglin. Senglin backdoor. Konate. Now it comes off of Garrett, so we'll be baseline ball to Nanterre. Well, 4 on the shot clock now. They got to get a shot off now. Senglin, time, space, heavily guarded by Garrett. Fades away. Tough shot off the backboard. Doesn't get it. Konate with the offensive rebound. Kicks out to Waters. And Nanterre, again with just a few seconds in the corner. He's made 1-3, takes another one, nothing but net. Same result. Well, penetration kick out, but in the end, Hugo Invernizzi just sinks a triple as he puts Nanterre up by 4. Gus crosses over now. In the lane to Garrett. Garrett, another foul. This time it's on Invernizzi. Invernizzi now 2 for 5 from the perimeter. Just too slow to help out. I mean, it's a clear foul. He's got no arguments. He's got to get over quicker. If he gets over quicker, just plants his feet, he can take a charge. When he goes to the bench, just takes a breather as Paulson checks back in. As long as Jeska Vicious also gets back in, Gus pulls up for a tough shot, and I mean, that is just as good as it gets. Cool as you like, off the dribble, pressure in his face, but he sinks it. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. These two teams still neck and neck right now, 50-48 in favor of Nanterre. Nanterre pulls up for a long 2, and it's a big, big air ball. Tries to go and save it, but completely jumps over Tepic. And again, you got to love that. Knows he's missed it, and that's been the story for Nanterre. Just going in for any opportunity they can. I mean, he's taking the shot, and he's completely chased after it. Margaritas checks back into the game for PAOK. He had to leave in the first quarter when he got into a bit of foul trouble, but could be a huge boost for them in the low block. Here's their captain, Vangelis Margaritas. Gets a handoff with Gus. Gus goes another screen with Margaritas. Get in the corner. Tepic down to Margaritas. Margaritas draws the foul, puts up the shot, doesn't get it. Well, the foul should be on the ground, but it's only the 14th foul for PAOK because it's on Ponsa. Well, we got a timeout right now. These two teams just going to talk it over.
Soyez focus. Dominique, comme ils font beaucoup ice, en attaque, on joue sur hamster.
Pascal Donadieu, as we mentioned, he's been with Nanterre, since 1987. One of the longest standing coaches here in European basketball. Nanterre 5 for 15 from the perimeter, 33%. PAOK 5 for 9, shooting 56%. Just a little higher, but they both made the same amount of field goals from the perimeter. Probably his fear for his team is, they're playing with such high energy, going in for a lot of opportunities and relying on Senglin. Just as the game wears down into the latter stages, he's probably going to be worried that, you got to keep controlling the rebounds because PAOK will come at us with their size and power. Chrissy Coppolis, Garrett, Margaritas. Well, here was the pull-up jump shot from Gus. In and out. Pulls up. He's got Waters right in his face. Does so well to get the shot off. Gus just making some big, big shots tonight. Got 7 points, 3 assists. Gus pulls up tough 3, surely not. In and out, can't get it. Howson just does enough to secure the rebound. Waters just catches it off the screen now. Pick and roll with Ponsa. Gets him up in the air, pulls up from 15 feet. Waters just gets a shooter's roll, and he tucks a jump shot away. Well, he got him up in the air, stepped in and around him, and did so well to get the shot off in the first place. An offensive foul's been called. Chrissy Coppolis, well, the big man, a few times tonight, just a little bit too slow on his discipline. Well, it looks like the foul is actually on Phil Gus, so I'm corrected. It wasn't on Chrissy Coppolis, as Gus just set the illegal screen. So Waters now Time and space goes all the way in and around. What a move by Waters. Just took it in the lane, wrapped it around. I mean, that was Manu Ginobili-esque. I mean, look at this for a play. I mean, that is just as good as it gets. Well, bit of Stephon Marbury there as well, off the glass. I mean, that is just a beautiful play there from the guard. Well, coach technical foul on Ilias Papatheodorou. Well, out of frustration now, Waters makes the free throw. Well, I'm not sure what coach was disappointed about, but in the end, gets called for the technical foul. So right now, PAOK just got to hold the nerve. I mean, they're in control. They're in 4th place. Moment destiny's in their hand at the moment as Chrissy-Coppolas backs down. Chrissy-Coppolas fouls on the ground. That's the 15th foul. It's on Invernizzi. So now Chrissy-Coppolas is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
On the line for 2 shots. Substitution PAOK. Substitution out.
Well, Chrissy-Coppolas at the free throw line now. A man who started his career at PAOK rivals Aris Thessaloniki. A brief spell in Italy. This is now his 2nd stint with PAOK as he played for them in the 2013 season. And he's been back with the Blues in Salonika since 2016. He makes a 2nd one. He cuts it to a 6-point ball game. Well, Hatchet completely gets beat. Just overcommits there. Iskavicius just showing his ball handling skills. Comes off a screen now. Iskavicius dish it off on the basket. Ponce's got to go up. Well, he can't secure it. This time they do. Chrissy-Coppolas gives up to Koniaris. And now William Hatchet can push. Hatchet gives it up, kicks out. Koniaris wide open for 3. He's got to make it. Koniaris sinks a triple. Well, he's been very quiet tonight. But what a time to make a jump shot. Now we're back to a 3-point ball game. Koniaris now comes up with a steal. He's got Chrissy-Coppolas, throws it down in transition. And it all starts with a defense from Koniaris. Well, offensive foul. Ponce sets an illegal screen. And Koniaris just gets a hard knock to the ground, but all of a sudden, Nanterre just starting to lose their discipline, starting to lose their identity at the moment. Picks up a 2nd personal foul. So he'll have to go to the bench. Well, Ponce probably trying to figure out what he did wrong there, but again, when you set the screens, you just got to stand still, let the player run off you. Any contact you make is a foul. Hatchet kicks out. Tepic kicks back out. Well, Margaritas tries a 3. The big man can't get it. And now Iskavicius can't push in transition. Iskavicius time, space, under the basket. Whoa, he dunks it right over the defense. What a play by Julian Gamble. And Julian Gamble just throws it down. The assist from Iskavicius. It was a 2-on-1 situation. And Coach Ilias not happy with the defense. Tepic now unable to make a pass. Gets a Chrissy-Coppolas guarded by Paulson. Chrissy-Coppolas backs down. Gives up to Margaritas. He hit in the corner. Hatchet takes the 3. Can't get it. Well, they almost tip it back into their own basket. But now Waters can push. Well, Waters finds Gamble. They turn it over. Hatchet comes up with a loose ball. Hatchet kicks out. Down low, Chrissy-Coppolas gets him up in the air. Chrissy-Coppolas finishes under the basket. Well, he got the pump fake, got Gamble up. And in the end, he span around. It's back to a 1-point ball game. Tries to take a baseline. Gets caught in a double team. They do well. Powelson tries a three-pointer, puts it up, can't get it. Temperature with the rebound, and now PAOK can take the lead. Well, here comes the screen now from Margaritas. Gives up to Hatcher. Hatcher, big three, can take the lead. William Hatcher, unstoppable. 6 a triple, and PAOK lead this one by 2. William Hatcher's made some big shots tonight. It's his second three-pointer of the game. The first one, as you saw, came at the end of the first half. Koniaris gets called for a technical. Well, excellent call from the official. Koniaris. Well, Koniaris got to be careful there. Doesn't want to get called for another one. Took a bump, tried to sell it. And the official makes a great call. Well, it's a second foul, but again, you know, just taking the lead as Waters makes the free throw. Well, we've got under a minute to play here. It's a one-point ball game. PAOK lead this one. And here's Garden Waters. Koniaris. He's done this a few times tonight. Well, there's no doubt there's contact, but sometimes you just oversell it too much, and it just kills the vibe of a game. So got to stand up, play a little bit tougher than that. Yiskavicius makes contact, goes all the way. Just how did he get that move off? I mean, he tumbles, makes contact, gets knocked, but he's still able to kiss it off the glass. Nanterre take the lead by 1. It's a foul under the basket, so now William Hatcher is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fouls on Yiskavicius. Well, it's Yiskavicius' 3rd personal foul, so he's going to have to go to the bench. And again, he's played some good minutes coming in, playing a backup point guard here for Nanterre, but again, they don't want too much foul trouble going into the fourth quarter, sorry. Hatcher misses the free throw, and again, this level, you got to make free throws. You never want to look back in the game and think the outcome could have been different had you made all your free throws. Nanterre on the other side, I mean, Nanterre at 94%, they're 17 for 18. Again, that's a stat that could be a big difference for them in this game. Well, PAOK just make a bit of a change there. As you can see, Stavros, Jesus just checks into the game. Well, they're putting the full court pressure on. Nanterre, no problem breaking it. And right now, it is Jeremy Senglin time. 10 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Senglin takes his time, comes off a screen, pulls up from 18 feet. Did you doubt him? Jeremy Senglin sinks it right at the end of the 3rd quarter. What a play. And again, you cannot give this man any time or space because he will punish you. He's now top scorer in the game with 15 points. Off the screen, pulls up, elevates, follow through. It's good. I mean, that's as good as it gets there. What a play. High arc. Well, in the 3rd quarter, Nanterre 92 lead this one 62-60. Close game. Well, PAOK 7 for 14 from the perimeter. They're 50%. It's one thing that's kept them in the game, but right now, Nanterre is 17 for 18 from the free throw line. They're shooting 94%. Again, that might be the stat that just makes a difference in this game. Again, we got another quarter to play. Remember, Nanterre have to win this game. If they win this, they tie themselves with PAOK. With 6 and 5 here in Group B. It's only top 4 will make the playoffs here in the Basketball Champions League. Oh, he's tough, yeah. Turns it on and off, yeah. Look at the score. We're in the last quarter now as these two teams really have been battling out in this one. Chrissy right away catches shoot from the perimeter. The big man just sinks it from downtown. Hits the 8th three-pointer night for PAOK. Well, it's one way to start the quarters. He gives them a 1-point lead. And Jeremy Senglin must be the best player here in the game. Top scorer so far with 15. Gamble giving up to Konate. 6 on the shot clock now. Konate's got to get something going. Goes down the middle. Bumps wide open. Unorthodox move, but he sinks it right from 15 feet. Made the bump with William Hatcher. Hatcher went to ground. Chrissy Cobbles now throws it down low to Margaritas. Margaritas looking for the hand of Koniaris. Koniaris goes baseline, looking for someone to kick it out. Well, Konate knocks it out of bounds. So we'll be PAOK ball sideline with 7 on the shot clock. Konate just has those long arms that just enables him to reach in. Well, now this is William Hatcher time. End of the shot clock now. Hatcher draws a foul on Senglin. It's the second time Senglin, for all his strengths and capabilities on offense, at times he has looked very vulnerable. One-on-one, man-to-man defense. He's picked up his 3rd personal foul of the game. And with every great player comes one area of weakness, and just has to work on defense without using his hands. Koniaris now gives up to Hatcher. Back to Koniaris. Koniaris in the lane, looking for someone to kick out to. 3 in the shot clock. Margaritas, long 2, puts it up. Margaritas, clutch city. Puts PAOK back up by 1. It was a long 2. You gotta love those PAOK fans. I'm pretty sure some of them aren't even watching the game. They're just there cheering, showing their love and support. That's what it means now to be a supporter of this team. Konate comes off the screen, looking for the roll, gives up to Gamble. Gamble, well, Gamble, was the foul called? Well, the foul has been called, so Julian Gamble will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's definitely the right call. Great pass by Konate. There's no doubt it's a foul. I mean, you can pick which one. Do you want to pick Margaritas or William Hatcher? And they're both trying to argue with the official. No foul call, but it has been called on William Hatcher's 1st personal of the game. Gamble just gets the shot to drop there as he ties it up. Well, the man originally from Durham, North Carolina, played his university basketball at the University of Miami, misses the 2nd free throw. Well, Julian Gamble hasn't played the majority of his career in Germany, Belgium, now currently France. Hatcher gives up to Margaritas. Margaritas hangs in the air, poor shot, doesn't get it. He's looking at the official, but quite clearly, that stage is losing a lot of contact. Senglin now comes off a screen, pulls up for a deep 3. Senglin, clutch city, drains the triple right in the face of Koniaris. Well, this man is simply clutch. Third 3 of the game for Senglin now, simply unstoppable from that jump shot. Chrissy Cobbles now guarded by Paulson, backs down from 15 feet. Well, no double team ready here, so could take him 1-on-1. Chrissy Cobbles under the basket, loses the ball, turns it over. Well, Chrissy Cobbles just probably focused on the help side combo, but there was no help there. You can see all he's doing is got to spin out, go baseline, go dunk it. And in the end, he turns it over. And look at this from Senglin, comes off the screen, quick pull-up jump shot. Young players watching, just look how quickly he gets his shot off. Senglin now gives up to Yuskavicius now. Yuskavicius back in the game with his 3 fouls. He pulls up for a 3-pointer, sinks it from downtown, and it is raining 3s right now here in Nanterre. As the home side take a 6-point lead, PAOK have to call timeout. Well, now Nanterre just starting to believe in themselves, playing with a bit more swagger, a bit more confidence. And again, if they start making shots like that here in the 4th quarter, PAOK have to be careful.
Guys, 4 fouls, second half. 4 fouls. Don't spend the foul. No reason for foul. Stack to the screen 2 times, and then let him score.
Nanterre now
No
7 for 18 for the perimeter, hitting back-to-back three-pointers while just scoring a little bit more within the rainbow. Again, not a lot between these two teams in terms of assists. I mean, Nanterre have 12, PAOK have 10, but there isn't a big difference. But both teams really spreading the floor, just trying to share as much as possible. Phil Goss back in the game. Phil Goss turns it over. Well, who is he passing to? Gamble, Euro step. What a play. Julian Gamble, fast break basketball, Nanterre. Now PAOK now just being very careless with the ball. Silly turnovers really costing them. Again, Phil Goss looking very vulnerable every time he passes the ball. Hatcher gives it up to Margaritas. Margaritas turns it over. I mean, PAOK, they're just passing it right to Nanterre. Well, Tepic, got to be careful. I mean, he does go and reach for the ball, so a personal foul. It's definitely the right call here. I mean, yeah, you can't call that an unsportsmanlike foul. He has gone for the ball, but look at this from Goss. Completely gives it to Gamble. Gamble all the way. I mean, he's got numbers. Juskavicius, nope. Euro step. You got to love it. Well, now this is a big possession for Nanterre. They're up by 8 now. Konate goes all the way, hangs in. Gamble tries to throw it back, can't get it. Hatcher gives up to Goss. Goss stutter steps, goes all the way. Well, it's got to be a travel. Traveling violation called. Julian Gamble just makes the effort to track back on defense, which caused the travel. And again, Goss scared of the travel, try to give it up, but great defensive play by Nanterre. PAOK with 13 turnovers. I mean, they've had a lot of those so far here in the fourth quarter, but again, it's just been careless, lackadaisical passes that have just cost him. Juskavicius, does he throw it away? Takes a tip, so baseline ball now to Nanterre. Just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Juskavicius now has the ball baseline, gets it in. Comes off a screen, looking for Gamble. Gets to the Powelson. Powelson kicks out. Big three. The three is up, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Big three. Penetration for Powelson. Kicked it out to Juskavicius, and he sinks a triple. 11-point lead now to Nanterre. Hatcher on the ball, takes it in the lane. Hatcher goes and he's rejected. Julian Gamble just says, not in my house, get out of here. Well, Gamble, all the difference. Get out of here, son. No, sir, this is my house. Just gets rejected. And what a defensive play by Julian Gamble. Just protecting the paint, not allowing PAOK any opportunities, but 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Phil Goss looks like he's leaving the bench. Oh, no, this has been the same story for PAOK here in the last few minutes. I mean, most times you talk about a team trying to get a shot off. Right now, PAOK can't make a pass at the moment. Hatcher, catch and shoot, takes a quick three, completely misses it. Well, PAOK look like they are self-destructing at the moment. Nanterre in total control of this. We'll download a Gamble. Gamble got it by Zaris. Cross-court pass. Paulson. Well, is it a 2? Is it a 3? Doesn't get it. Jamal Jones now secures a rebound. And now PAOK needs something going to the basket. Another traveling violation. And again, it's almost like the PAOK players are trying to predetermine every move they make before they make it. You know, Zaris makes a good penetration, but, you know, he's got Garrett there. Just dish it off to him. With 4:50 to go now. Can Nanterre hold on to this 11-point lead? Can PAOK dig in? Well, Juskovic now gives up to Konate. Konate looking for Gamble. They come over the double team and a foul there. It's on Zaris. It's only the 13th foul, so it will be a sideline ball. Again, it was just the reaching right there.
Remise en jeu, Nanterre a le two ball.
Well, Juskovic throws down low to Gamble. Gamble's now fouled by Jones, so it's a 4th team foul. Well, PAOK got to be careful because when you're chasing the game, any more fouls now, and you're going to send Nanterre to the free throw line. It was a defensive mix-up and switch that led to Jones being a mismatch. Well, Sangler, can he get it? Well, finally, he missed the shot from the perimeter, but if he made that, he probably could have been lights out. And now PAOK have turned the ball over each of the last 5 possessions. Can they make up for it in this possession here? Garrett goes pick now in the corner. They get a quick 3 from Athianu. Can't get it. Well, Garrett thought he got fouled. Zaris just knocks it out of bounds. The question was, could have Zaris caught that? Possibly not at the angle he was at, but 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Nanterre lead this one by 11 points. Sangler comes off one screen. Now they got the mismatch. They got Gamble. Got it by Jones on the low block. Konate goes all the way. Konate completely missed the layup. Well, Nanterre, why don't you just throw the ball down low to Gamble? He's guarded by Jones. He's got the mismatch. And the foul is called on Paulson. It's only the 2nd team foul for Nanterre, so not too much for them to worry about. It's a 2nd personal foul now for the Icelandic, so again, they're not in too much foul trouble for them to worry about at this moment. Garrett's going to go pick and roll now with Athianu. Athianu fades away out of bounds, can't get it, and again, PAOK just cannot buy a basket at the moment. Well, PAOK have only scored 5 points. I mean, they've been completely beaten in this quarter, 14-5. Well, they try the front. Jones comes up with it. They almost turn it over. 2-on-1. Garrett, transition, gets the foul, doesn't get the and-1. And now finally, PAOK can get to the free throw line. Well, PAOK have gone the last 3 minutes without a basket, without a point for that matter. Again, these last 3 minutes have just been catastrophic for the boys from North Greece. The man from Raleigh, North Carolina, can he make the free throw? Can't get it. And again, free throws really are going to be an Achilles here for PAOK. PAOK are now 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Missed them both. Well, again, 3 minutes gone. PAOK still haven't scored a basket. Right now, PAOK just looks scared. They just look like nobody can step up at the moment. Konate gets a handoff now with Senglin. Got it by Athianu. 4 on the shot clock. Well, we got to shoot the ball. To get the shot off. 24-second violation. Good defense from PAOK. Well, PAOK called timeout with 2:35 to go here. Trailing by 11 points. Only scored 4 points in this quarter. Nanterre with 14. They lead this one by 11.
Αθηναίου, Χάτσερ, Τζαμάλ, Ντάριους, Εντζάρας. Entry pass, pass the ball back, Jamal corner.
Well, there you can see big difference. It's been the fourth quarter. All these quarters have been deadlocked. Nanterre winning the second one by 2. Right now they're just thrashing PAOK 14-5. PAOK have gone through 30 minutes, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, pardon me, without a field goal.
You have to wait, and then you play me so. Okay, same action.
Another big stat for Nanterre as they've hit 3 3-pointers in this quarter, which has made a difference for them. They've been able to spread the defense, stretch him out, get some good looks in the low block.
Remise en jeu, PAOK. PAOK.
Athianu pulls up for a wide open 3, takes it, and finally PAOK get a 3-point field goal. That's the first bucket they've had for the last 3 minutes. What a basket to make. Now they got to get a stop now. Well, 8-point ball game now to Nanterre. 13 on the shot clock. Will they come over for a double team? And again, they foul him. But Jamal Jones fouls their best shooter. Again, you talk about playing with discipline, talk about playing with the right mindset. And again, that was just a silly play. Well, Jones just fell asleep on defense. As Jessica Vicious goes to the bench. Well, he gets the first one to drop. Big free throws now. Because all he's got to do is make these free throws. Put it back to a 10-point ball game. Remember, featured last year with MHP Reason Liversburg, but he missed the second free throw. It's a 9-point ball game now with just over 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Back to Athianu. Cross court to Jones. Jones spins around, travels again, turns it over. And again, that's just been the story for PAOK here in the fourth quarter. Mistake after mistake. It looks like Jones has hurt himself in the process. Well, Jones looks like he has just tweaked something as he slipped to the ground. Looks like it was quite painful, but there you just look at the bench. I mean, these two teams are really battling it out here in the fourth quarter, but it's just been the story so far. I mean, it's just happened out of the blue. PAOK have just completely capitulated. Well, now 10 on the shot clock now. They got to get a stop here, so Nanterre can really kill this game off here with a big 3 if they can get one off. This is Senglin time. Senglin shakes and bakes, steps back. Can he get it? Can't get it. Gamble secures a rebound. Hatchet keeps it alive. Zaris diving on the floor. It comes off a foot, so PAOK with a minute 23, down by 9. Just secure the ball. The PAOK bench looks on. He probably looks on as well, just to wonder, where did his team go here in the fourth quarter? Where did they go wrong? It started with Nanterre. They just started to knock down some perimeter shots, and then after that, PAOK just couldn't take care of the basketball. It's the 14th foul as Hatcher gets fouled by Senglin. Well, PAOK now with not a lot of time left. Got to get something going. Hatcher's got to shoot the three. Takes a three in the corner. In and out. Doesn't get it. Well, it was a good look, but just couldn't finish it. And now Waters on the ball, guarded by Athianou. And all Nanterre had to do with a minute left is just dribble this one down. No need to rush anything. Slow it down. Waters shakes and bakes, guarded by Garrett, steps back. Oh my Lord, right over Garrett. I mean, that was a high floated jump shot, but he just sinks it. And now Athianou on the ball. He's picking roll with Chryssikopoulos. Athianou shakes and bakes, makes a contact, puts it off the backboard. And he just gets it to drop. With 39 seconds left. Nanterre lead this one by 9. They pretty much look like they're going to tie the record in 4th place with PAOK. As Konate dribbles it over. And again, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great game of basketball. These two teams battling it out. 4th quarter, Nanterre hit some big three-pointers. And then PAOK just turnover after turnover. Well, it's a 24-second violation. Now, PAOK's case, with 14 seconds left. If you're PAOK, you got to keep trying scoring because any points makes a big difference here with 3 games left after this. And for me, the difference in the game has been Jeremy Senglin, who's just been unstoppable in this game. He's made some big shots down the long run. Top scorer in the game with 19 points. He's got 4 rebounds and 3 assists, but again, he's been leading the way. Chryssikopoulos, top scorer of PAOK with 12 points. Phil Goss with 4 rebounds. Margaritas with 4 assists. Lagarde's leading the rebounds and Big Man's leading assists. It's unusual to see that at this level here in professional basketball. Konate's leading right now with 9 rebounds, while Waters has 4 assists. We already mentioned Jeremy Senglin leading all scores with 19. I mean, Jeremy Senglin has just hit some clutch three-pointers down the stretch of this game. And again, if you PAOK, don't dribble the ball out. Don't dribble the clock down, sorry. Go and get a bucket as quick as you can. You want to cut into the points because it meant if you're going to be tied for 4th place, you want to make sure you've got as much points as possible in your favor. And this could be a big result for Nanterre because remember the last time these two teams won, PAOK won by 1. If Nanterre win this by more than that margin, it could go in their favor if these two teams are deadlocked come the end of the season.
Je vous rappelle qu'au match aller, nous avions perdu d'1 point. Le point repérage compte à la fin. Surtout à égalité à 3 équipes.
Well, again to Chryssikopoulos now. Back out to Athianou. Athianou got it by Treadwell. Gonna run the clock down. Athianou fades away out of bounds. Athianou doesn't get it. And at the end of this game, it is Nanterre 92-79, PAOK 70. It was a great game leading up to midway through the 4th quarter where Nanterre came out and shut the lights out from the perimeter. And PAOK just had possession after possession, turnover after turnover. The game that was close just faded here in the 4th quarter. Jeremy Senglin leading all scores with 19. Simply hit some big shots down the long run of this game. Well, PAOK will be very disappointed because now these two teams are deadlocked at 6 and 5 here in Group B. Above them is UNEC Holon, Monterrey Venezia, and top of the table, Berestar Tenerife. Well, below them now, Telecom Baskets Bonn must win their remaining 3 games and hope that Nanterre and PAOK come up short. Well, for Fribourg Olympic and Opava, it more or less is curtains out for them in the Basketball Champions League. Well, Nanterre live to fight another day here in Group B. What a win it was for them, a 9-point victory Last time these two teams played, they lost by 1 in Thessaloniki. And that result could be a big difference for them. Julian Gamble came in here in the second half, made a difference. Credit to those fans here, traveling from the north of Greece, as well as credit to the home fans. They were unbelievable as well. That's what it's all about here in the Basketball Champions League. Making a difference, showing the passion for the teams you love. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can join us next week here on livebasketball.tv, brought to you by the Basketball Champions League. Going into our last 3 games of the regular season before we go into the playoffs. And Nanterre players, all their efforts, go around, shake hands with the players and the fans. Well, PAOK were 9 for 19 from the perimeter, while Nanterre were 8 for 22, but the difference in the game said it all along. The free throws, 86%, 19 for 22. PAOK only 5 for 11. And Nanterre, the criticisms they drew before this game being undersized, did out-rebound PAOK 33 to 23. Those 2 stats really made a difference. Both teams 15 turnovers apiece, but again, free throws, rebounds, just did it for the boys here in France. Well, Senglin led all scores with 19s. Konate had 9 rebounds. Chrissy Coppolas led it for PAOK. Well, interesting stat. A guard led the rebounds, while a power forward led the assists for PAOK. But that is as it stands here in Nanterre, as the home side win 79-70. Waters chipped in 15. Juskavicius with 10. Hatcher and Athenu with 12 and 10. But it just wasn't enough for PAOK. We got to ask the question now, where next for these two teams? And of course, it's only going to get harder for both of them. But Nanterre just give themselves a fighting chance. They'll be on the road next weekend in Switzerland, and their final 2 games in the regular season will be at home to Monterrey Venezia. And then the last one, they'll be on the road at the Hulon Toto Arena as they take on the boys in Israel, Unet Hulon. Well, PAOK, it's like a roller coaster for them here in the Basketball Champions League. I mean, think about the games they've played. They started with 2 losses, well, 3 losses for that matter. And it was against Nanterre where they got their first victory, a blowout victory on the road. And then at home against Fribourg Olympic. They went to 4-3 when they defeated Iberostar Tenerife on the road. And they were looking very comfortable, but losses against Telecom Baskets Bonn, that was a huge shock for them. And of course, here on the road. But next week, they'll be looking to secure another win as they take on Opava at home. They're away to Fribourg, and for them, their last game of the regular season will be against Iberostar Tenerife. Well, PAOK really need to look at this game, put a line under it and say, where did it go wrong? Well, it went wrong for 2 reasons. The rebounding, but more importantly, fourth quarter, they completely shut down. I mean, they started the fourth quarter fine, but in the end, that man there, Senglin, just was the difference. He was the playmaker. He was the sharpshooter, the gem, Mr. Clutch.